Good evening, all masters. Before starting the session, I pronounce my heartfelt gratitude and pranams to our Guruji, Dr. Subhash Patriji, and also Gurumata Swarnamala Patri Ammagaru. And I also pronounce my pranams to all universal masters, astral masters, and the divine masters who are here in the session, and also to all the masters who are listening in YouTube. A very good evening, masters. Today will be understanding about the topic gunas. So here we'll be gradually listening to the term guna every time. And we'll be like, having confusion regarding gunas. We have two criterias of gunas actually. One is external gunas and other one is internal gunas, masters. So what are the external gunas we'll be seeing are the Arishad Vargas, which we say, that is Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya. All these are external gunas. We don't have any problem with external gunas, and we practicing meditation, we are all experts in managing, having control about those, or having bring them into the balanced position or balancing them. We don't have any problem with that. We are very good masters of these external gunas. Here in today class, we'll be understanding about the internal gunas actually, because these internal gunas are the gunas which will show the influence on the external gunas also. So a human being, he is understood, or the human being is understood and is defined with these internal gunas. Yes, it is absolutely correct. So we will understand this internal gunas. So what are those internal gunas? These internal gunas are in three in kind. So the very first one is mind, intellectuality, and the ego. These are the three internal gunas. So here today we will understand how these internal gunas are created and how to understand these internal gunas. And we will also understand how the gunas are being formed. So as we understood, we have two kind of guna, that is external guna as well as internal gunas. Both external gunas or internal gunas are formed or created on the basis of prakriti. We will say prakriti is the combination of the panchabhutas as well as mind, intellectuality, and ego. With all these 8 elements together, the internal gunas are created. So what are these panchabhutas? We say earth, space, air, water, as well as fire. All with this all 5 elements together, the mind, intellectuality, as well as ego combined together, the 8 elements combined together, these gunas, antargunas are being formed. And what to call as this particular 8 elements, no, we would like to say it as prakriti. Because of prakriti, these gunas are being formed. For this, I would like to tell a simple story about Rama, Lakshmana, and Sita. We know Rama, Lakshmana, and Sita were at Vanavasa for somewhere around 14 years, right? So when Rama, Lakshmana, and Sita were traveling inside the forest, from like moving from one place to one place, Lakshmana, basically he has a short temper. That is, external guna I would like to specify, but not internally. Internally, he doesn't have any anger or, kind of selfishness or kind of killing someone else, or we would like to say the Rakshasa guna, no, he doesn't have that. He's basically short tempered and it is purely external. And he doesn't, purposefully show the temper on people. If there is a particular reason or particular purpose, then only the temper or anger it will be executed. That is the nature of Lakshmana. So while Lakshmana, Rama, and Sita were traveling, they were definitely walking in the forest. Lakshmana felt like want to have rest, because he was tired by walking miles together in the forest. So he'll tell his brother Rama, brother, I am completely tired. I want to rest. So let us stay here for a while. We'll rest and then we'll move. So listening to Lakshmana words, Rama said like, okay, Lakshmana, will definitely rest for a while, but not at this place. We'll move some more further. And in the next coming spot, we'll rest heels. But Lakshmana will be like, see, why this brother doesn't listen to me? I'm completely tired. I want to rest, but he's not listening to me. And so he will argue with his brother. No, if you want to rest a while further, you go and rest, but I am completely tired. I can't walk further. So I'll stay here and I'll rest here. He'll say his brother. So Rama will be like, okay, Lakshmana, as you wish, we'll go further and we'll rest there. You rest here for a while and you then come and join us. Rama will give the answer to Lakshmana. And, Lakshmana is like having rest and all of a sudden he will be influenced and his thoughts will be like, he'll be feeling like to kill someone. He'll be feeling like to haunt someone. He'll be like, to hurt someone. Lakshmana will be like, he will awake from the sleep, awake from the rest, and he'll be like panicked and he'll rush to Rama. See, basically, Lakshmana is short-tempered, but he doesn't have such kind of qualities. Whatever thoughts he got, he's not he's not that kind of person. So he'll suddenly rush to Rama and say, brother, when I was resting there under the tree, I got furious thoughts. I got certain thoughts like to hurt someone, to kill someone. I'm not that kind of person, but I got such kind of thoughts and I'm not comfortable with the thoughts, whatever I, got while I was resting. So Rama will pleasantly smile and answer Lakshmana. Yes, Lakshmana, definitely you'll get such kind of thoughts if you rest there. That is the reason I asked you to not rest there. The area, whatever you chose to rest, is the area where more and more Rakshasas are, rounding there. That is their territory. That is their area. They are completely, occupied with the thoughts of killing, hurting, and that vibrations has influenced you. That energy has been influenced you. That is the reason you also received that kind of thoughts while you were resting there. So with this story, masters, we can understand our internal gunas are being influenced with the Prakriti where we are. So these internal gunas are definitely formed with the Prakriti, whatever we are in. That is the reason whenever we feel angry, whenever we feel down, whenever we feel tired, whenever we feel bored, whenever we feel low that we cannot achieve anything, that internal guna is being formed because of the surrounding we are in. Many of our elders have said certain words, whenever you feel low, go to temple. Whenever you feel low, be in a very joyous place where it gives you the joy. Why they have said this? Why they quoted such sentences? Because change of place brings the change of mind situation. Mind, ego, and intellectuality is being changed, is being shifted when the place is shifted. Means with this, we can clearly understand our internal gunas are being formed by the Prakriti. And this Prakriti is the combination of Panchatattvas and intellectuality, mind, as well as the ego, whatever it is inside. So all together will give the internal gunas for us. So how to change these gunas? Gunas cannot be changed, masters. Gunas cannot be changed. So then how a person can be changed? A person can be changed, or the gunas inside the person can be changed only if the Prakriti is being changed. That is what we have understood through the story of Lakshmana, Rama and Sita as now, isn't it? Lakshmana was influenced by the bad influence, the Prakriti where he rested, and that is the reason he felt of killing some people, of showing enormous of anger. But once he left that place and came near to Rama, again the Prakriti was shifted from that place to the next place, and he suddenly lost all the feelings of killing someone. Means here Lakshmana is the same person, but that gunas inside the Lakshmana was influenced by the Prakriti. So Prakriti, if it is changed, definitely our gunas inside us will be changed, masters. So we can never change person, and on the basis of gunas, we can never judge a person as a bad person or a good person. For example, if we take the name of Valmiki, who have written Ramayana, earlier he was a person who was killing animals to fulfill his hunger, and he was completely of anger kind of person. He was not towards the satvika guna, isn't it? But he was changed, he was completely transformed, and he have written a good Ramayana for us, isn't it? He have given that epic book for us to have more and more knowledge, isn't it? Valmiki is the same person. Earlier he was into that Prakriti, and that is the reason he was having such gunas. And then the Prakriti was shifted, again Valmiki was changed to from a bad person to a good person. So we cannot judge a person. He was having gunas at the lowest stages, and that gunas were improvised then when the Prakriti was changed. See, if in case a person could have changed, if that was possible, definitely there was no need for Kurukshetra Yuddha only, isn't it? Right? Shri Krishna with just snap of a finger, he would have changed all gunas of Kauravas and all gunas of Pandavas, and he would have collaborated both brothers together, and dharma would have been instilled very comfortably without having any war or yuddha, any kind of thing. So here we can understand guna cannot be changed. If guna has to be changed, then Prakriti has to be changed. Prakriti means what the surroundings we live, the surroundings we dwell, that has to be changed. If that has changed, definitely our gunas will be changed. And if gunas are changed, definitely our entire personality will be transferred from normal to divine personality. Masters, for this, I would like to tell you a small example. Many of us are very new to meditation. Many of us are, started doing meditations from past many months. See, if we consider the very first day when we started doing meditation, we would have all have a similar thought in our brains. That is, will I be able to do meditation? Do we have such surroundings at home, that situations at home, everything, we feel like everything is like disturbing. We feel like no, this is not my cup of tea. I cannot do meditation. I cannot sit for 30 minutes or at least 5 minutes for that matter. We'll be having such kind of mindset, isn't it? The same person where we were having such thoughts in the very initial days, now we are doing meditation for more than 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours also, isn't it? Then how from that particular point to we have transformed to this particular point? Yes, that is because of the change of Prakriti surrounding us. How we change the Prakriti? We try to relocate the kind of surroundings, and we try to change the thoughts. Everything we have transformed, stage by stage by stage. And that is the reason the same person where we felt that I'll be not able to do meditation, now we are doing for hearts together. That is the transformation. That is the transformation of internal gunas when Prakriti has been shifted or Prakriti has been changed. So our gunas are formed because of Prakriti, and gunas can be changed only if Prakriti has been changed, masters. And so how these gunas, few more, how we can release these gunas, or how we can change the Prakriti surrounding us, how we'll be able to transform that particular stage to this particular stage. Yes, as we said early, we can rely on Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita gives us 5 beautiful points. 5 beautiful points, and by understanding that 5 beautiful points, definitely we can change the Prakriti, and by Prakriti we can change our internal gunas, and if our internal gunas are transformed, our external gunas also can be transformed and can be balanced, and if that is achieved, definitely we'll be in our divine best, divine position. How beautiful it is, isn't it, masters? So what are those 5 points given in Bhagavad Gita? The very first point is we should understand at all kshetras, the kshetragna is me. What is kshetra? Kshetra is a place and kshetragna is a ruler, right? So if I understand at all kshetra, at all places, I am the ruler, then there will be no difference at all. There will be no point of, you and me kind of discussion, or I am high, you are low. That kind of discussions can never happen, or can never occur. So to understand this even more simpler or even more deeper, kshetra here is the body, kshetragna is the soul. Kshetra is the body, kshetragna is the soul. See, I feel anger on some person, or I feel jealous on some person, or I feel like this person shouldn't achieve heights, kind of, hypocritic kind of thoughts. What if I feel the other person is also me? What if I realize the soul which is dwelling in me is also the same soul dwelling in the opposite person? Means everything is one. Oneness, the concept of oneness. In entire universe, whatever the living beings are, in the entire living beings or non-living beings, whatever the soul exists, the soul is my soul itself. If I have that particular feeling, if I understand that particular concept, I will never judge the opposite person. I will never get anger on other person. I will never feel jealous on opposite person. I will never feel, to criticize other person. Isn't it? And, if I understand that, if I start shouting on opposite person, I'll be like, oh, why I am shouting on myself? Isn't it? Because my soul and the opposite person soul is the same. The concept of oneness, isn't it? So in all kshetras, kshetragna is me, myself. I have to understand this. And this is what the very first sutra of Bhagavad Gita, how beautiful it is, isn't it, masters? Universe is me. I am universe. I dwell in the entire universe, and in me the entire universe dwell. So in all the creatures, the universe possess, I am there. That is what we have to understand. That is what we have to realize, and that is how we have to live. Then only we will never go for unnecessary egos. And if ego starts, definitely ego brings, aham, that is ego. It brings the judgmental brain, it gives jealousy, it gives, what to call as the anger, and that leads to more and more janmas. We will be taking birth. See, because karma, without karma only, my soul can be evolved. If one particular karma stays, definitely I'll never be evolved. If I go after finishing my birth, after leaving this physical body, if my soul go to higher world, they will have the script, and they will evaluate my soul. What I have done, what I have carried, whether I'm going with luggage or not, without luggage. Without luggage, yes, definitely they'll accept. If it is with luggage, they'll ask me, go, take other birth, clear all this and come back. So all this happens when I am having, when I don't have that oneness concept. If I have oneness concept, I will never, try to judge. I'll never show anger. I'll never have any judgment. I will not have any complaints. For this, I would like to say one particular story. Probably you would have heard the name Rangaraju. This person, Rangaraju, he was, Purohita, Alaya Purohita at Tirumala Tirupati temple, Rangadasu. It was way before, earlier years. Tirumala Tirupati temple, completely was in forest. Very few devotees were going there. Right. So for that very minimal devotees, Rangadasu was offering pujas to Swamiji, and he was giving prasada tirtha to all the devotees who were go there. And if we observe Tirumala temple, there will be some Koneru there next to that Tirumala temple. Earlier, it was completely like a pond. And for that pond, there were Gandharvas visiting to have, their own activities, bathing and all those stuff, they were coming and doing. Whenever this Rangadasu go to that particular pond to carry water to Swami purpose, for puja purpose, he was looking at Gandharva Kanyas, and he was like, oh wow, how beautiful they are. He was looking at them, staring at them, and he was having that particular feeling. And coming back, standing in front of Swamiji, he was like, Shantam Papam, Shanta Papam. I had, wrong thoughts. I shouldn't have that thoughts, but I got, sorry, Swamiji, I'll do my puja. And he was doing, this was happening. One fine day, Lord Venkateshwara, appeared in front of Rangadasu, and he said, Rangadasu, I am very much happy with your offerings to me. So I want to give you a blessing. Please ask. So Rangadasu will tell, Swami, I need moksha. Moksha is nothing but attaining that Paramatma Sthiti. He will say that. So Lord Venkateshwara will tell, Rangadasu, definitely I can give you moksha, but not this time, because you are looking at those Gandharva Kanyas, right? And you are having one particular feeling in your heart or desire, it is staying back. You have to clear that. You have to clear that. Then only I'll be able to give you that moksha. Then only you'll be able to attain that moksha. That is the reason Rangadasu again took one more janma as Tondaman Chakravarti. And Tondaman Chakravarti, he was having many wives, and Chakravarti life, no one can stop him. He had cleared all his desire, and then he attained moksha. Rangadasu is such a great devotee, but still, because of having one small desire, he took one more janma. Just imagine if our egos are at higher stage, and we are, having more anger, more jealousy, and we are having all these kind of thoughts which are weighing us down. How many janmas do you think we will take? Isn't it? Right? So that is the reason we have to be in that balanced state. That is the reason we should not, go towards that baggage kind, having more thoughts coming back. We should clear all those stuff, and then only we can have our soul evaluation very greatly. So the very first sutra is, every kshetra, the kshetagna is me. That is what we have to understand. And the second sutra is Ishwararpanamastu. Means whatever karma we do, we should have the thought, yes, everything is, I have done, and it is, whatever the result, it is being, given to the Ishvara. That is the thought we should have. And whatever I do, the result goes to Ishvara, no. So can I kill? Can I do a murder and tell Ishwararpanamastu? No, masters. We should check it. What kind of deeds we are doing, right? And whatever the good deeds we do, the entire results go to the higher self. And whatever the wrong deeds we do, definitely we have to come back, we have to clear it, and then we will go. That is the cyclical process. So the second sutra is, whatever the deeds I do, the results, the ultimate result goes to the higher self. And the third one is, see, every time we have to do the unnata karmas, then only, will be at the higher self of us. See, if we consider Rama is considered a unnata manava, right? And Rama have done all good deeds, and all the good deeds result, where we'll see that unnata deeds result. That is the reason we are calling Rama as the divine self. We are calling as Rama Bhagavan, Bhagavan means the higher self. And all this Unnata Karma deeds, the results has been given to the God. That is how we have to understand. So once we are started doing the good deeds, definitely the higher self, we will be reaching there. So that is the second sutra we have to be remembering. Then third one, we have to live in a way such that we will not surrender to our indriyas. This is very, very important, masters. See, every individual must be having the desire towards their indriyas. That is basic. But they should not lose themselves in achieving that desires. That is very, very much important. See, I have an urge of drinking coffee. That is well and fine. But what if I am in a state that I will lose my entire day if I don't drink coffee? And few people at home, they'll be watching serials, sticking to their TV, right? You just imagine if there is no power for a single day or a single half an hour where the important serial, whatever they feel so, if it is not coming, they will be not able to, be normal. They feel like they completely lost their world, isn't it? That is, they have been occupied by the desires. It should not be the situation, masters. We must be having the desires towards our indriyas. That is fine, but we should not be completely surrendered to our indriyas. What happens if we are completely surrendered to our indriyas? We will lose ourselves. We'll be not having, the balance of mind will be completely lost. If I don't drink coffee, I cannot stay. If I don't drink alcohol, I cannot stay. If I don't drink cigarettes, I cannot stay. If I don't watch serials, I cannot stay. If I don't talk to the neighbor, I cannot gossip. If I don't gossip, I cannot stay. Then gone. So all these bring the repercussions of karmas. Again, karma has been, the baggage has been increased. I have to go with the baggage. Then they'll check. Then they'll send back. I should have one more janma. See, whatever the karmas we are doing, definitely it comes with a result. And if that result is not being towards the higher self, we have to take one more janma to clear it. That is the rule. That is the principle of universe, right? So, do you really think, see, we will generally take 400 janmas. 200 as male, 200 as female to have, the anubhavas. As female soul, as male soul. Okay. So without knowing this, without understanding this principle, we here, influenced by the Maya of Bhuloka, we are taking more than 400 janmas. We have to clear the cycle. How we have to clear the cycle? From the stage of Atma, we have to evolve to the stage of Paramatma and higher, right? Then our entire Janana and Marana cycle will be finished. But what we are doing, we are prolonging it. How we are prolonging it? By this unnecessary karmas. By these results of unnecessary karmas, we are staying back here. That shouldn't be happening, masters. That is the reason, yes, we should be having the desires towards indriyas, but we should not be surrendered to it. We should not be surrendered to it. We should be, yes, I like coffee, but I can stay for how many days even without coffee? That is not a problem. I have the desire of coffee, but I'm not surrendered to the habit of coffee. That is the difference, and that is how we have to live. Yes, I need it, but even though if it is not there, I'm perfectly fine. That is how I have to establish my life. That is how I have to be there. I want it, but perfectly fine without it also. That is how I have to be. And I shouldn't be surrendered to the entire indriyas. And the next fourth principle is, every time I have to be in the balanced of mind. This is very, very much important, masters. There is a shloka. Chitayascha chintayascha bindu matram visheshataha. Chita dahati nirjivam chinta dahati jivataha. Chitta and Chinta has only the difference of Bindu. Chitta and Chinta, the small Bindu, that is the only difference between Chitta and Chinta. But Chitta will burn the lifeless. Whatever it burns, it doesn't have life. Such things, Chitta will burn. But what Chinta does? it will burn us complete lively. Just imagine we filling with unnecessary thoughts. We are preoccupied with thoughts. Can we stay normal? Can we have balance of mind? Why do you think we do have all these BP, sugars, all kind of illness in our body? Because of these thoughts only, because of thinking too much, isn't it? We always think about future. Arre, what happens tomorrow? And we also will be thinking about past. Arre, it happened. How I could have, why I have done that? Why could have not done this way? Happened is happened. We cannot change it, but still we'll be thinking about it. And we don't know what will be the future. Again, we'll be thinking, about the future. That's where stress, anxiety, depression all comes, followed by the illness family, that is BP, sugar, and so on, so on, so on. Isn't it? Right? So we should be having the balance of mind. We should be having balance of mind. Just imagine, masters, yourself while doing meditation, how peaceful you are, how calm you are. Your body is stable, your mind is stable, your mind is completely zero, without thoughts, isn't it? And how beautiful you are. That is the stage where your mind is balanced, isn't it? Just open your eyes after meditation, how your mind is. Is it still balanced? Few people say yes, few people say no. But everyone has to achieve that balance of mind state, even at the time of meditation, even without, not at the time of meditation. Even if you're doing meditation, not doing meditation, we have to be in the state of balance. That is very, very much important, right? So what happens with this? Even the unforeseen situations we may face, definitely we can face it. We can face it, and we can think clearly what has to be done, what not has to be done, right? That can be analyzed, and that particular proper step can be taken, right? That is the reason always we have to be in the state of balanced mind. This is the fourth principle or fourth sutra. The fifth sutra is, we have to live without a single doubt. We have to live without a single doubt. Always we'll be having doubt. We will doubt ourselves. We'll be not so, confident about ourselves. Yes, you can do this. Okay. Can I really do this? Immediately the question arises. If we are not believing in ourselves, who else will believe? Isn't it? Right? Always self-doubting, always having low confidence. And definitely it automatically arises, the imbalanced antargunas, I would like to say. Because see, someone is standing next to me, giving the confidence that I can win the race, but I am having self-doubt and I don't feel confidence enough to win the race. But the next person who is trying to win the race, automatically I feel jealous towards that particular person, because the person is trying to win the race. Again, ego, the bad ego is being raised, isn't it? So in order to avoid all this, we should self-appreciate. We should have the self-confidence. We should avoid self-doubting. We should avoid self-doubting, and we should live in the fullest confidence without having any doubt. Without having any doubt. Any kind of problem may arise. Any kind of challenge may arise, right? But we should never lose our confidence. We should never have the self-doubting. This is very, very much important. Then automatically, if we follow these 5 sutras, the surrounding, the prakriti definitely will be changed. And if prakriti is changed, automatically our antargunas will be influenced and changed. And if our antargunas changed, the external gunas, that is the Arishad Vargas, also will be changed, and we can have the entire blissful and meaningful life. And definitely this will prompt the soul evolution, and we will definitely evolve to the higher self or soul masters. So this is all about today's topic, and thank you so much for this great opportunity. And thank you so much, Mahavatar Foundation platform, for having me here to share my experiences and thoughts regarding gunas. Thank you so much, masters.
Yeah, thank you so much, Netra madam. This is a wonderful session. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you, sir.
Masters, if you have any doubts, please you can raise your hands. Hello, Kesh.
Yeah, thank you, madam. Thank you for giving these Panchasutras and explaining Advaita in a simple and clear way. So, Advaita is like a mountain at first. When you start climbing, you can see clouds. You can feel the clouds are clear and you can have a beautiful view. So, also, I would like to add a story. So, King Bharata has he's a powerful ruler. He has everything. He has wealth, he has beauty, he has success. But despite all this, he became very attached to the deer he rescued. So over the time, attachment grew, and for the next life, he reborn as a deer. So that's how the desires can bind us to the future lives. Which, thank you, madam, for putting this in simple.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. And thank you for your wonderful story regarding desires. Thank you so much.
Madam, namaskaram, madam.
Namaste,
Good evening.
sir.
Namaskaram,
Good evening,
madam.
sir.
Madam, the third point,
Yes, sir.
uh, uh, mm, don't get completely surrendered to indriyas. You told, no?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Meaning, madam, small, briefly, meaning?
Sir, I would like to say the story of Pandu Maharaj. Pandu Maharaj, while he got married to Kunti Devi, he was happily living in the forest, right? And he was having a kind of pride. The pride means he should show off to his wife that he's a great warrior, and he was feeling like he have to show his hunting skills and all those stuff in front of Kunti. So what he does is, while Kunti and Pandu Maharaj were had been to picnic in the forest, he will kill two deers, and those two deers were in Prakruti Karya or Srishti Karya. So he will kill the deers just to show off to his wife that he's having great skills of hunting. This is one kind of pride, and pride is an indriya where Pandu Maharaj was surrendered to it. And after killing the deers, he realized that what kind of great mistake he has commenced. And then he took a shapata that I will never ever surrender to the indriyas. And he completely left his king life, and he started to live in ashrama in the forest. So we should have indriyas, that is the desires, worldly pleasures, having wanting of having food, or looking into the sceneries, or having anything. Or I would like to say, to satisfy our ears, what to call as eyes, nose, tongue, and mindly pleasures. We should have that, but we should never surrender to it. If we surrender to it, definitely there will be the negative consequences. The negative consequences, and that is the reason we should not surrender to it. But we should have the desires. That is basic thing. But if we surrender to it, definitely we will lose our self, and it leads to the negative consequences.
Okay. Thanks, madam. Thanks.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks, madam.
Remaining masters, if you have any doubts, please raise your hands.
Madam is raising her hand, and Ramachandran sir raising her hand, sir. They haven't, showed the reaction, but through video they are raising their hands.
Yeah, okay. Ramachandran. Open here. Master, you can unmute yourself. Ramchandran Master. I give you permission, please. You can unmute yourself. Both open.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello. Can you
Yes,
hear me?
Master.
Hello.
Yeah, yes,
Yes,
Master. You can go ahead.
Yeah, it's a very wonderful session, madam. I thank you for that. And
thank you,
about
sir.
the Prakriti that you were talking about, that is Panchabhutas.
Yes, sir.
That is fire, Vayu, Akash, Prithvi, and Jal. And then
Yes.
you added three more. That is one is mind and the other is intellect. And the last one you added ego.
Ego. Yes, sir. Aham.
Yeah.
Whatever the
This one,
feeling of. Yes,
yeah,
sir.
that is what it's so clear to me because how that is coming under the external this thing, na? And I'm
These
getting
two
confused
go.
about it.
Yes. These two go parallel, sir. That is the reason these 8 external criteria will influence our internal. So whatever these 8 tattvas are external, that influence our internal. So our gunas will influence prakriti and prakriti will influence our guna. That happens simultaneously, sir. That is the reason we said that these 8 tattvas will influence our internal gunas. See, if these internal gunas, we cannot transform it. We cannot change it unless prakriti is being shifted. If prakriti is shifted, definitely these are changed. So that is the reason we say with these 8 gunas, our internal is being, influenced.
Madam, but I was wondering, suppose
Yes,
the ego
yes,
is
sir.
replaced by soul, how it looks like, or how is that? I don't know. Maybe I was the foolish question. Suppose
Soul is the ultimate thing, sir. Soul is the ultimate thing. How soul will have the influence on these 3 gunas actually, and these 3 gunas also will influence our soul. Or I would like to say, these are the fuel to run our soul. I would like to say.
Yes, yes. I agree
If
with you.
soul doesn't exist, we cannot speak about this at all. But if these are not existed, we cannot run our soul also. So these are, soul is the ultimate power within us. And with that, all these, has created, sir.
Okay, it's clear. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Remaining masters?
All these 3 gunas will speak about the conscious mind, sir. Conscious mind. Soul is related to subconscious. The subconscious mind, so again, it is one more deeper subject, sir, actually. So if further classes permits, definitely I'll speak about this conscious mind and subconscious and how soul is connected to these gunas and how the thing works. Definitely I'll try to bring up the class and I'll try to have a session regarding them, sir.
That's the favorite subject, ma'am. That's my very favorite subject.
Beautiful, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much, sir.
Remaining masters? Have any doubts? Okay, Master. Thank you so much. Next, we'll go for meditation.
Shailaja ma'am has raised her hand, sir.
Yeah, okay, sorry. Yes, Shailaja madam.
Namaste, madam.
Namaste, ma'am.
You were explaining very nicely, madam, actually. But I just want to, like in a nutshell, if those 5 points, I want to hear again from you. That's it.
Sure, ma'am. So we do have 5 sutras. The very first one is in all kshetra, the kshetragna will be, we have to imagine that is us. That is nothing but whatever the bodies exist, in all bodies, the soul is myself. That is first point. Second point, whatever karmas we do, the result goes to the higher self. That is Ishwararpanamastu. And third one is we should not surrender ourselves to the desires, indriyas. We should not surrender. We should have the desires very lightly, but we should not be in the state to surrender it. I mean, surrendering to it. Then fourth one is in all the times we have to have the same balance of mind. It should not be so high. It should not be so low. It is like I have success, I'm very much happy. I don't have success, I'll be low. That is not balance of mind. If I see success, I should be in the same state. If I see failure, I should be in the same state of mind. So all the times I should be in the same situation of mind. And the fifth one is I have to live the life with fullest confidence without any doubt. Without self-doubting, I have to live at the fullest confidence. This is fifth sutra, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Remaining masters. Yeah,
Good
yes,
evening,
master.
madam. Good evening, madam. Very good explanation, madam. Very good. We have learned so much of things, madam. These five sutras we have to learn in my life, our lifestyle, madam. These sutras are very benefits for our life, madam. Thanks for your guidance, madam. Thank you. Each and every sutra have a different meaning, madam, and different lifestyle, and which is very useful, madam. Thank you, madam. Thank you so much for learning.
Remaining masters. Okay, masters, we'll go for meditation. Let's sit and meditate together now. We use anapanasati, the technique of meditation. You may drink a glass of water and sit comfortably with your feet crossed like this, and hands clasped with fingers like this. Interacted and put them on your thighs. Now close your eyes and observe your own breath that is happening naturally. Your breath is your master. Cut down any thoughts right away and start focusing on your breath. Your mind should be empty without any thoughts to receive cosmic energy through Brahmarandra. We will play wonderful music and enjoying meditating with the melodious music. 5 minutes, masters. Last 3 minutes, masters. Last 2 minutes, masters. Last 1 minute, master. Last 10 seconds, masters. Last seconds, masters. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, masters. Gently rub your hands. Keep on your eyes. Slowly open your eyes with smile, please. This is a wonderful, beautiful meditation. Masters, please share your experience with us.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening, master. Please go ahead.
Today meditation was very good, sir.
Okay.
Very calm and deep meditation. Very good experience, sir.
Yeah, okay, master. Thank you.
Slowly, my quality is improving, sir. Meditation quality.
Okay.
I thank Mahavatar presentation and Guruji Ranganathan sir for giving me this opportunity. Thanks, thanks, masters.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, master. Remaining masters, please share your experience.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening, master.
Today we have experienced very well with that meditation, sir. And day by day we are doing very good meditation. Thanks for Mahavatar Foundation, and thanks for Rangnath sir, sir. It's I think it is very good, sir. We have to improving day by day, sir, for this meditation. Thank you all. Thank you for
Okay,
giving
master.
me this opportunity. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Thank you, master. Remaining masters, please share your experience. Okay, masters. Thank you for everyone attending the session. Okay, tomorrow we will continue next session.